And it is Thursday, and we are going to go over Unit 2 review. I will be working with my friends online in a group here. Let me show you who they are. My friends that you'll be working with over here are, right here, it is Mateo, it is Emily, Sandra, and Jayla. Can you say hi to them? Oh, wow, they're so motivated. These kids, they're not motivated at all. Okay, wait, hold on. Is that a better view? There you go. All right. So they're working with you in this group. So if you have any questions, we're going to go over this. I'm going to change the view really quickly again. And we're going to be going over Unit 2 review. Let me go ahead and turn the camera around. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Give me 1 second. All righty, we're going to try this one more time, guys. All right, so we are looking at, I am sharing my screen with you, and we are looking at Unit 2 review, right? So let's go ahead and let's go over this problem together. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to give you a couple seconds to work it out. I want to see, like, your name here, okay? And then I want, your parents are going to initial this. So if you are here physically, your parents will initial this, and I will get this tomorrow, which means that you went home and you reviewed for the test. So the Unit 2 paper review says, Scott traveled 557 miles to visit his cousin. What is this number rounded to the nearest 10? So this is what I like to do. I like to rewrite the number, right? And then I like to identify my place value. This is the ones. This is the tens. And this is the hundreds, right? So I write my place value just so that I can know. And then it's telling me that I need to round to the nearest 10, which means I'm going to look at my neighbor, right? Which is a 7. I'm going to do, if this was my paper test, right, I'm going to use the resources that Ms. Caraballo has taught us so far, which is what? The rounding mountain, right? And on the rounding mountain, the number, our neighbor goes in this circle. And on the rounding mountain on this side is 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And this side is plus 0. And on this side of the mountain is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this is the plus 1 side. I circled my neighbor, so my neighbor goes here, the 7. And then I'm going to look at where on the rounding mountain is my neighbor. It's on the plus 1 side, so I'm going to write a plus 1 on top of this 5, which then my answer is going to be the 7 turns into a 0, the plus 1 turned into a 6, and my 5 remains the same. So my answer is 560. Now, it's important that you show your work. If you're having difficulty with rounding, that you use the rounding mountain, okay? Guys? Yeah, I know, because you guys are working on that one. How do you not have the same paper as them? No. Let me see. Oh, okay. All right, you're looking at problem number 2. Problem number 2. Hey, I told you guys you could use that board to work out those problems. And then I told you guys, aquí mira, take turns and work out the problem. Go. That's great. If you have your own personal marker, use your own, because mine will get dried out really quickly and then we won't have any in class. So then, over here, it says, Jorge swam a total of 173 minutes during 3 days, right? How many minutes? 173 minutes during 3 days. He swam the same number of minutes each day. Which of the following is the best estimate? So a keyword here is going to be what? Estimate. The number of minutes Jorge swam each day. So far, are we following along, guys? If you are following along, please turn on your camera and give me thumbs up. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Giselle. All right, we're moving on. All right, so number 2. Jorge swam a total of 173 minutes during 3 days. He swam the same number of minutes each day. Which of the following is the best estimate of the number of minutes Jorge swam each day? What do you think we have to do here? Emily, what do you think we have to do here? Okay, we're going to estimate, which is the word, the key word that I underlined. Do you have it underlined? Yeah. Remember, your paper should look like mine because this is how I want you to do your test, okay? All right. What else do I have to do, guys? So how do I estimate? What numbers am I estimating here? Online, if you think you know what we have to estimate, please turn on your mic and tell me. The tens of what? Okay, so Emily says that we have the number 173 and we are going to estimate the tens place, right? Do you guys agree? Do you agree? So estimating is not the same thing as rounding, okay? Because if I rounded this number, this 3 is on the side of my rounding mountain that's plus 0, and this would stay a 17. But since I have to divide it by 3, I'm going to look at the multiplication table, and I'm going to ignore this 3 right here, and I'm going to look for a multiple of 3 that is close to 17, but not less than 17. So let's see, what is 3 times 4? 12. What is 4? I mean, you get 4 times 3. It's the same thing, guys. All right, what is 3 times 5? 15. It's 15. And what is 3 times 6? 17. 16? 18. So what would be my best estimate? It would be, definitely it would be 18, because I want to find a friendly number to 3, and the friendly number to 3 would be 18. So if I change that to 18, and then this would become a 0. Now I can divide 180 by 3. How am I going to do that? Huh? ¿Cómo? We're dividing, dude. So if I already know, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my division box, okay? So this is my number, right? And then this is like saying, this is like multiplying, okay? 3 times this number will give me a multiple that will equal to this number. So let's see. Is there any number that I can multiply times 3 that will give me 1? 3 times what number gives me 1? 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 1 is what? 3. So I need to find a number that has to be it has to be close to, but not more than the 1. So 3 times 0 gives me 0. And then I subtract, right? So I'm going to do 1 minus 0. It's going to be 1. And I bring down my 8. So what do I have here? Now I'm going to say 3 times what number gives me 18? I know that 3 times 6 is 18. So here I put my 6. Okay. And then I know this is going to be 60. So my answer is F. So what is important for me to know in order to be able to do this? Something that I have found is that a lot of people are struggling with their multiplication facts. Okay? A lot of people are struggling with their multiplication facts. And what, you tell me, what should we do when we get home? Practice. What about my friends online? What do you do when you need it? Here, let me show you something real quickly, okay? I'm going to go ahead and share with you something that I've shown so many times, but so many people tend to ignore it, okay? Let's go into my Bitmoji classroom and let me share my screen with you once again, okay? So, here's the deal. This is my Bitmoji classroom, right? This is my first slide. When you go into the second slide, you see all the work that you have to do. You have the math agenda. But on the third slide, Miss Caraballo, look, she uploaded the same place value table that class in Spanish. It's in Spanish. And then we have here this wonderful little thing right here that says multiplication table. And guess what? If you don't know your multiplication tables, you can practice using this. And you go 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. Let's go to another one. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Do you get it? Do you see the pattern? Then let's go to 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. So it is your responsibility to practice this, because this is going to be really hard, what we're going to continue learning, if you do not practice your multiplication tables, okay? All right, let's continue on over here. My friends online, are you still with me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and let's move on to the next number, okay? My next problem says, Reina sold pens decorated with fancy tape, okay? Reina's expenses were $11.57 for supplies. Reina sold 12 pens for $2 each. What was Reina's profit? So I'm going to go ahead and change my camera real quickly so I can show you something that I have posted so that it can help you, okay? So I want my people who are sitting in this group to go ahead and look over here. Now, do you see this? What does it say? In order for me to calculate my profit, what do? I take the income, look at the board, I take the income and I subtract the expenses and I get my profit, okay? My income is the money that I earned from doing work. My expenses are the amount of money I spent, whether it was on materials or something else. And then my profit is the difference between expenses and the receipt. So my profit is the money that I made after I subtracted the expenses, right? Okay, we're moving on. So looking at that explanation, let's look again at the problem, which says, Raina sold pens decorated with fancy tape. Raina's expenses were $11.57 for supplies. Raina sold 12 pens for $2 each. What was Raina's profit? Now, what do I have to do? What do I have to do in order to work out this problem? Yes, Emily. Subtract what? 11.57 So should I subtract $2 12 times, or can I go ahead and multiply 12 times 2 so I can know how much money she made in pens, right? So 2 times 2 is what? And 2 times 1 is? 2. And since this is dollars, then I know that there's a ghost decimal here and there's invisible zeros here. So I'm going to put my $24 here, which again is this is my income. Hold on. This is my income. And this is my expenses. And the answer is going to be my profit. So work out that problem, guys. Are we working out this problem? Online, are we working out this problem, guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Yes, Emily. Don't tell me the answer. Go ahead. Okay, good. Come and show me. If you are done, you could show me what you got on the answer. If you are online, you can go ahead and turn on your camera and show me your answer. And I could tell you if you are close or if you need to redo it. Excellent. Go on to the next one. All right, Caro, let me see. Hold on. Wait. Before you show me, hold on. Wait. Let me turn off my screen over here. Okay, go ahead. Show me. I can't see the answer. Point to it. Can you point to it? Yes. Yes, Carol, good job. Anybody else has their answer? Come and show me. Nope. You did not subtract. All right. So if we're having difficulty with this, let's go ahead and let's work on this again. Let's work on this together. So here's the deal. Okay.
Miss Caraballo, I think I got it.
Okay, hold on. Let me freeze my screen so that you can show me. Give me 1 second. And show me.
Okay. It's right.
Yes, sir. That's correct. All right, I'm
Good.
going to unfreeze the screen so we can work through the problem, okay? All right, so here's the deal. It says $24, which was my income, and my expense was $11.50. In order for me to calculate the profit, I just told you that you have to take the income minus the expense, and that's how you get your profit, which means that the answer cannot be A because that is only your income. So that is incorrect. Yes, ma'am. Yes. So Emily's going to go ahead and work out the problem and explain how she did it up here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, but okay, go ahead. Can you explain it to them?
I crossed out the 4 because you cannot subtract 0 minus 5, so I added the 10 from the 4, and then I also needed one on the 7 here. So I crossed that out, I put a 9 to do the 10th place. Then I put a 10 right there. And 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 5 is 4. Then I put my decimal point, and 3 minus 1 is 2, and then 2 minus 1 is 1.
Right, so the answer is C. Do we all agree? So if you would have added them,
Yes.
it would not have given you the profit. That would have been $35.57. And $2.43 would have been too less of an amount. So the answer was C. Okay? Alrighty, let's go on to the next one. The next one says, Zoe sold snacks at a neighborhood pool. The cost of preparing the snacks was $10.29. The money she received from the sale of the snacks was $21.75. What was Zoe's profit? So the cost of her preparing snacks was $10.29. So I know that those are my expenses, and then she received, so the income was $21.75. So again, this is my income, this is my expenses, and my answer is going to be my profit. Dime. Okay. Then move on to the next problem. Go on. Just wait.
Miss Caraballo,
Yes.
I think I got it.
Okay, give me one quick second, okay? And I'll be right there. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm coming. Give me 1 second.
I'm done too.
Okay. All right. So who chose A? If you chose A, raise your hand. If you chose A, raise your hand. Anybody chose A? Okay, who chose B? If you chose B, remember, okay, this would only be your income, so that cannot be your answer. And then BA would mean that you added it, right? So it's going to be between C and D. So let's see. Can I take away 5 minus 9? So I have to borrow from here. This becomes a 6, and this is a 15. 15 minus 9 is what? A 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Bring down my decimal point. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 2 minus 1 is 1. And my answer is C. Is that what you guys got online?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so the next one says, which of these services is not provided by a financial institution such as a bank or a credit union? Which of these services is not? So I'm going to do my strategy box, which is what? How many yes? 3 yes answers and 1 no. Are you working? Because I don't see you working. You're just sitting there going around. It doesn't matter what he's doing. You need to be working on your paper. So what did I say that you have to do? I don't want to hear any scammers. What did I tell you have to do? Yep. Alrighty, so the first one says informing customers of the amount of money in their accounts. Is that something that the banks do? Yes, they do. B, informing customers of how the money in their accounts must be spent. Does the bank tell you how you have to spend your money? So that could be possibly no. Okay. And then providing cash when customers make withdrawal for the accounts. Yes, when you've seen your parents go to the ATM machine, right? They put in their ATM card and guess what? It's working, right? And then D, providing loans that can be paid back over time with interest. Is that true? Do banks give out loans? Yes, so that is a yes answer. And my answer is B. Did you guys show all your strategies?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next one says, which statement best describes primary service of a bank? So the keyword is primary service, okay? F, banks offer checking and savings account to their customers. Is that true? Yes, right? So here, let me put a question mark because that could be my answer. Banks help customers decide which expenses to pay. Is that what banks do? No, they don't. Banks help customers meet their neighbors. Have you ever had a bank person come to your house and be like, hey, let's go knock on the neighbor's door? No. Okay, didn't think so. And then J, banks sell stamps and deliver mail. Where can you go that sells stamps and delivers mails? The post office. The post office. So my answer is F. Why are you not doing anything? Huh? Go outside my room. You go work on that in Miss Felice's room and tell her. All right, let's look at the back. So the back says the owners of a business rented 4,506.23 square feet of space in an office building. They plan to use 281.6 square feet of the space for the kitchen. How many square feet of space are left? What's my keyword here? How many are left? So what do you think we have to do? If you are online, yes, subtract. So I'm going to be subtracting what? Yes, ma'am. Now, do you see how I aligned my numbers? Which is important because all of my decimal points are aligned. And this is an invisible zero. Go ahead and work out that problem.
Bye.
You three can go to recess. You three. Actually, no, because you didn't do your homework. So no. Close the door. All right. So you get one last chance, ma'am. Sit down. You guys, the three of you, go and help out this group. Bring this board. So you guys come and sit over here so they can help you. Let's go. Let's go. So you guys stand up and work with each person. So David, get your stuff. Get out of here and put it over here. Bring that desk over here. All right. So we are looking at this problem, and we went ahead and subtracted. This was 3. Can I take away 2 minus 6? No. So I borrow from my neighbor. This becomes a 5. This a 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. I brought down my decimal point even beforehand so that I would not forget. Then can I subtract 5 minus 1? Yes, and that would be a 4. Now, can I take away 0 minus 8? So I have to borrow from here. This becomes a 4, and this is 10. 10 minus 8 is 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2. Bring down my comma and bring down the 4. So my answer is 4,224 and 63 square feet. If you are online, did you get the same answer?
Yes, I'm still doing it.
Yes. Turn on the camera and give me thumbs up if you got the same answer, or if you have any questions because you do not understand or you feel lost, this is the time to ask me, and it is perfectly okay because Ms. Caraballo talks really fast sometimes. Jayla, are you lost? Okay, good.
I'm okay.
All right, cool. We're moving on. Is everybody good? All right. We're moving on. So it says,
Yes.
Hannah drew straight lines on her driveway with chalk. The table shows the length of the lines. So Hannah, right? So we're going to concentrate on Hannah. I'm recording, sir, so make it happen. You can move to another table. It says, Hannah drew straight lines on her driveway with chalk. The table shows the length of the lines. Line P, the length was 1.8 what? What does it say here? What's this word? Meters. Line Q, it was 4.05. R was 7 meters. And S was 7.75, right? What is the difference in meters between the length of line S and the length of line P? What do you think we have to do? What is this keyword right here? Difference. What is it? What do I do when I see that word? Jayla, what do I do? Subtract. Very good. What am I subtracting? So I'm looking at line S and line P. So I take the greatest number and I put that number on top. So it's 775, and I'm going to subtract it from the 1.8, which I always have to make sure I align my decimals so my numbers could be aligned. And I'm going to subtract. I'm going to put a 0 here to hold my place so that I won't get confused, because I know that there's always going to be a ghost 0 there, right? So 5 minus 0 is 5. Can I take away 7 minus 8? No. This is going to become a 6, and this will become a 17. 17 minus 8 is what, guys? 9. I have to make sure I bring down my decimal point, and then 6 minus 1 is 5. So my answer is B, 595 meters. Okay? Are you awake, sir? Excellent. Are you awake, ma'am? Excellent. And I know you guys are awake. So it says Sandy purchased 2 patio chairs that cost $57.65 each, and a table that cost $146.22. What is the total cost of these items? So what do I have to do, Sandra? Just add. What am I going to add, Mateo? So 146.22 and $57.65, correct? I have to do what? Oh, so he's telling me that there's two patio chairs. So did I add that correctly? No. He actually multiplied that. So he said 57.65 times 2. Okay, so 5 times 2 is 10, carry my 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1, that's 13. Bring down my decimal point, carry a 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1, that is 15, carry my 1. And 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1, and that's 11. So that's what Mateo was saying. I thought I was listening to him wrong, but this is what I'm going to add, okay? I'm going to add now 146.22 plus $115.30. Add that. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Bring down my decimal point. 6 plus 5 is 11. Carry a 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And my answer is going to be J. $261.52. All right. To my people online, do you have any questions so far? Please
No.
turn on your camera. Give me thumbs up if you've understood so far. Hey,
I'm
Sandra,
understanding.
give me that water. What did you say?
I know, like, what to
Can you
do.
turn on your camera for a minute? The water.
Okay.
Okay. And tell me again. Hold on. Give
That
me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Brandon. Brandon, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, when we started the decimal points, I did not understand, and now I do.
Okay, so remember that we're looking at these decimals as if they're money. So in this problem specifically, okay, we are talking about money, all right? Because we're talking about the total cost. So when you add something, you have to always make sure that you align your decimal points so that you can get the right answer. Do you understand that part? So what part is it that you're having difficulty with?
The, like, when you had to times it.
So when you have to multiply it, you mean? Okay, so when I multiply, I'm going to automatically bring down my decimal at all times so that I can keep my place. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So you have to keep your decimal point. So the only reason to that is because if I'm multiplying $57.65 times 2, I have to have a decimal point exactly where it is. So this is my hundredths place, this is my tenths place, my decimal, ones, tenths, and hundredths.
Now I get it.
No. No. Enough. All right, give me 1 second. My apologies. All right, let's go on to the next problem. Christine had a $10 bill to spend a book at a book fair. So this is $10, okay? She buys one book for $4.95.
Miss Caraballo,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't see your paper.
You can't see what?
Your paper.
Oh, I don't know what happened here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Can you see me now? Okay, ahora. Sorry. Okay, can you see it now?
No.
So that's got to probably be your connection. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Did you see it from the start?
Yes.
Do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're looking at $10 to spend at a book fair. She buys one book that's $4.95, right? And two bookmarks for 65 cents. So you can either write this amount twice, or you could multiply this amount times 2. So here we are, okay? 2 times 5 is 10. I carry my 1, right? 2 times 6 is 12 plus the 1. That's 13. Carry my 1. I see a decimal here. Going to bring down my decimal point. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1. That is 1. So the total for this is $1.30. Okay? And a keychain for $1.85. Now it says, how much change should Christine receive from her $10 bill? So first, I have to add my total that I spent, right? And that's going to be 5 plus 5 is what, guys? 5 plus what is what? 10. Carry my 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 3 is? 10 plus 3 is? 13. And 13 plus 8? 21. Carry the 2. Bring down my decimal point. 2 plus 4 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7 plus 1 is 8. So I spent a total of $8.10, or Christine spent $8.10. Now, for me to know how much change from the $10 bill, what do I have to do? What do I have to do, Mateo? Huh? subtract. So the word is subtract, okay? So 0 minus 0 is 0. Can I subtract 0 minus 1? No, so I have to borrow from here. This becomes a 9. And then borrow from this guy, and that becomes a 0. And then this becomes a 1. So 10 minus 1 is 9. I bring down my decimal point, and that's right here. 9 minus 8 is 1. So the change should be D, $1.98. Now, if I'm not sure if that answer is correct, I can take the total, which was $8.10, and add the 190, and that should give me what? The answer should be 10. If it isn't, it means I did something wrong in the calculation. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 9 is 10. Bring down my decimal point. Carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 9 plus 1 is 10. So my answer was $1.95. Yes, ma'am. $1.90. I apologize. Okay, guys. So, to my people online, do we have any questions so far?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, so technically you should be at recess, but I did not give a recess today because since we have this review tomorrow, we'll take a recess tomorrow after our test, okay? So right now what I want to do, so hold on. How are we doing back here? Good, okay. So I'm going to interrupt you for a second, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over the homework because if you have any questions, I want to be able to address that. So you will continue to work on that paper when we come back from lunch, okay? So go ahead and put your paper away. Thank you, David, for following instructions. I really appreciate it, okay? Thank you, sir. Dominic, you are doing a phenomenal job, doing the right thing. And Maria, thank you for doing the right thing now, okay? I appreciate it. Everyone else, thank you so much for cooperating. I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you, Miranda, Jesus. Just go ahead and put it there because it's magnetic. You can. And thank you, Samantha. All right, so we are working now on page 395. 395, okay? So we're going to pull up our homework, which is on page 395 and 396. If you didn't have a chance to do it, it's fine. We're going to go over it now, okay? So you're going to go over page 395 and 396, and we're going to work on it together, okay? Okay. So let me go ahead and change that. And we are on page 395. Okay, give me 1 second.
Caraballo,
Yes.
can I go to the bathroom?
Who's asking me this?
Giselle,
You want to go where?
to the bathroom?
Yes, yes, go. Thank you for asking. Okay, so you're on page 395. I'm just making sure that I don't have the answers here so that we can work over them because I go over this with the morning class. But right here, okay? So we are working out of page 395 in your Think Up book. Again, we are on page 395 and 396 of your Think Up book. Does anyone have questions so far of where we should be or what should we be doing? Any questions?
Yeah.
Who said yes? Did someone say yes? Did someone say yes?
No.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start reading. Would anybody like to come up here and read? Or would anybody online like to read? All right. Miranda, you can read one, and then the regular savings account, Samantha will read it. Emily, you'll read 12-month CD. Anybody else wanted to read? David, you can read money market. So you can read this paragraph right here, okay?
Okay.
Let's pay attention. Follow with the pencil, please.
Okay. After his 10th birthday, Corey began to receive $10 as a weekly allowance. He uses the money for toys, donations, and savings for special activities.
Grandpa gives Corey $5,000 to save for college. Corey reads the following information when he and his parents visit a bank.
Whose turn is it?
Samantha.
Regular savings account. 5 minimum begin deposit. Low interest, unlimited deposits limit of 6 withdrawals per month. Insured.
$12-month CD. 1,000 minimum deposit. Higher interest than a savings account. Penalty for removing money early. No additional deposits allowed during the 12-month period. Insured.
Okay, who's next? David.
Money market account. Medium positive, higher insurance than a savings account or CD if the balance is 2,500 or more, for limits positives on the positive limit of six this word
Withdrawals.
withdrawals per month insurance. Corey wants to save in portion of his weekly allowance in an account until he has enough saved to buy a piano keyboard. If the amount only includes Corey's allowances, which option best meets Corey's needs?
Okay, and then Jayla, go ahead and read the options.
A regular saving account because Corey has enough allowance money for the minimum beginning deposit.
Read them all.
A 12-month CD because Corey does not need the money for a year. A money market account because Corey does not plan to withdraw any money. A AC 12-month AC because Corey will not need to take deposit for at least 12 months.
Okay. Did anybody have a chance to answer this?
Yes.
Okay, what did you answer?
I choose A. I choose C.
Okay, so David says A and Emily says C. Yes. So let's see. Corey wanted to save a portion and he wanted to buy a what? A piano keyboard, right? And the explanation of these right here are different banks accounts that you can get. Important information up here is $10 weekly allowance and that his grandpa gave him $5,000 to save for college. So should those words be underlined in your paper? Yes. Very much so. Okay. Then it says, what is the best savings allowance savings that he can get, right? So A says a regular savings account because Corey has enough allowance for the minimum beginning deposit. So, I mean, he does have enough money, right? Does he?
Yes.
Yeah or yes?
Yes.
Okay, so David said A, and I'm gonna say maybe. That seems like the best answer for sure, okay? B says, listen to this, B says a 12-month CD because Corey does not need the money for a year. Is that true? No, because the question says that he wants to buy a piano keyboard, right? So it can't be B. a money market account because Corey does not plan to withdraw any money. That is contradictory to what it's saying here. He says he wants to save enough money to buy a piano, so he will withdraw the money. And then D, a month CD because Corey will not need to make a deposit for at least 12 months. Where? Where does this say that he won't need to make a deposit? Nowhere. So the answer is A.
Yay. You'll probably have to make a deposit because he earns $10.
He will have to make a deposit, right? Because he needs to save. He doesn't have enough money.
I know it was not because 12 months equals 1 year.
Exactly. And then it says here too, during the first 4 weeks of receiving an allowance, Corey spends $5 each week on toys and donates $2 each week. Okay? So it's 4 weeks, $5 and $2 each week. He puts the rest of his allowance in his savings account. How much does Corey, okay? How much does Corey deposit in his savings account during these 4 weeks? Right away, I'm sure people are going to say it's F, right? But that is incorrect.
I know which one.
Why is it incorrect, guys? Tell me why it's incorrect. Yes, ma'am.
Because it never said to add.
Because I have to first calculate how much money he's spending each week. He spent $5 each week for 4 weeks. So I'm going to multiply 5 times 4, which gives me 20. So he spent $20 for 4 months. 4 weeks, I mean. And then he donated $2 for 4 weeks, and that's $8, right? So now I know that 20 plus 8 is what? 28. So now I'm going to subtract that from the total amount, which was what? $40, which is the money that he would have gotten in his allowance. So I'm going to subtract 0 minus 0 is 0. 0, bring down my decimal point, which is very important. And can I subtract 0 minus 8? No. So I have to take away from this 4. It becomes a 3. 1, 10 minus 8 is 2, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So he actually only deposited $12. How much does Corey deposit in his savings account during these 4 weeks? The answer is $12. Now, if you were like me, the first thing I did in my head, $40 is that. But in reality, you have to take away the expenses, right? Which was the toys and the donations. Got it? Number 3. Corey opens a money market account at the bank for his college savings, which is not a true statement about a money market account. We're going to do our little strategy box where we have 3 yes and 1 no. If you use my little strategy box,
I did that.
give me thumbs up. Excellent, sir. All right, so Corey has enough. So I'm going to underline not because that's not a true statement about money market account. So I'm looking at this. So this problem, I have to look at this information right here on the chart. You see it? So it says, Corey has enough college money for the minimum deposit to open the money market account. Is that true? Yes, because up here says he got $5,000. So that's a yes answer. So I know it's not correct. B, the money market has better insurance than a regular savings account. Where do you think that goes?
Regular savings account. Oh, I mean, it doesn't know.
How do you know that? Why?
None of them say anything about the insurance.
So they all say insured, but none of them says better insured, right? They're just all insured. So that is my no answer. So that's my answer. It can't be C because the money market account will earn more interest than a regular savings account. That is true. It's got higher interest, so it'll make more money. So that's a true statement. So that goes here. It can't be D because the money market account allows more deposits than CD. It has unlimited deposits. This one has no additional deposits allowed. And this one has only 6 deposits. I mean, all unlimited, sorry. What? What else? Okay. So it can't be D. Okay? All right, let's look at number 4. Remember, I'm going over this quickly because this is homework that we should have done, okay? It says Corey's dad received a bonus at work. Give me 1 second. All right, so number 4 says Corey's dad received a bonus at work and deposits his money in a CD. Which is an advantage of a CD? So an advantage of a CD, so we're looking at this one. It says that there are unlimited deposits. It says deposits, where's the word deposits? It says no additional deposits, so that is not true, so it can't be F. G says the bank promises that the money will double. Higher interest than a savings account. Does it say anything about the money doubling?
No.
So it can't be G. It says the bank will keep the money safe.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then the money can be withdrawn at any time with no penalty. That is not true because it says penalty for removing money early. So what's my answer? H. Because the money is insured. So when the money is insured, it is safe. Okay? All right. So for my people online, okay, I know this has been quick. Hold on. So we are going to get ready to take a bathroom break because we're going to go to lunch right now. So while you do your lunch, you will come back to me at 12:12. If you're in the lobby and I don't respond, it's because we're probably doing another bathroom break. So you will go ahead and do your work on page 396 if you haven't done so, and we'll go over it when I get back, okay? Give me thumbs up if you understand what we are doing. Excellent. All righty, guys. You have a good lunch, and I will see you when I come back. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thinking.
Bye.